We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington football team. First and 10, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Washington. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
56 is the mic. All day, dog. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, what?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
First and 10 at the 36.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell in.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
14. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Tariq Cohen.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
6-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chiefs.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gibson fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly, and forcing incompletions.
Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
46-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Gibson, complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And his throw is incomplete.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hurts. And he finds McLaurin.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Washington.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
As the 1st half is winding down.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Now Mahomes being chased out left. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3-yard line.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come back with 3 points.
Again, it's Cohen. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Flush to his right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
At the 12.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Gibson.
Antonio Gibson with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Gibson. That's good for a Washington.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
On first down, Gibson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson,
54 yards.
and Washington going to add on to their lead.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 35, Chiefs 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That's a 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to number 10.
Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
His kick is
And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 35. Chiefs 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Down to the 25. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. And quickly to Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of
the Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game, 35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He'll air this one out deep for Sims, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken in the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll find Everett there, complete. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Hurts, escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. He's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.